Sing hallelujah.
Good evening, everyone. Please, I want to confirm if you can hear me. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Peter. Good evening.
Oh, beautiful. Good evening. Good evening, everyone. And welcome to this exciting section on the production specialization in our MBA Specialization series. We started this last week Sunday, and we had the management meeting on Sunday. We had marketing on Monday. We had management on Sunday. Sorry. My name is Engineer Peter Ogumbowale, also known as Peteru, and I'm delighted to be your moderator for tonight. Let me please set the ground rules. Please mute your mic, mute your microphone. All participants are required to mute their microphone unless they are asked to speak. You can easily use the hand raise feature on the Zoom meeting in case if you have any questions. While the session is going on, we do not want any form of interruptions. So please, if you have any question that you feel you want to ask at the speed of concern, you can really use the chat box and I will attend to them during the Q&A section. The production specialization is a key pillar of business strategy, focusing on operational efficiency, quality management, and innovation. Tonight, we explore what makes this specialization unique, career prospects, and how you can excel in this field. We have two speakers before us this evening, and one is Owa Moses, and the other is Idode Immaculate. Let me quickly introduce them to us before we get the ball rolling. Owa Moses, who brings about 17 years of experience in the production and operation space. He has worked with PZ, Unilever, now BIC World. He had his MBA in University of Lagos, BSc, NIM, and CSCPI in view. I'm not sure whether I'm correct, but I think so. Then the other speaker is Idode Immaculate. She's a seasoned professional and an agripreneur. She's the class governor for the full-time production specialization. I don't know who wants to go first between both of you, but I think Mr. Moses should go first, then we'll come back to Immaculate. Please, with a virtual round of applause, let's welcome our guest speaker for tonight, Mr. Moses Owa. Mr. Moses, you have the floor. Can we have you first?
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Please, am I audible?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Yes.
Okay, so
thank you.
I have my learned colleague also on the call, Idode Immaculate. Okay, so good evening, everyone. As UNILAG MBA again.
Wow. It's quite been a journey anyway, but we thank God. We thank God. It's an interesting journey so far. Even though the CGPA are not looking so nice, but we thank God.
Okay. So, okay, we are just 7 on the call. This call, it involves just only the full-time students, right? Or is meant.
Yes, the full-time basically, but we have some of the part-time on the call also joining the section with us. But it's being recorded anyway because we are having it so that when their time comes to valid, they can go through all this conversation over and again so that they can make their choice as well. So, but then strictly for the voter. Mr. Moses, I'm not sure I can hear you anymore. You have challenge with your network. Okay, I think Mr. Moses has visited the meeting. Idode Immaculate, can we have you first? Now, Mr. Emmanuel try and sort out Mr. Moses, sorry, sort out the network issue. Can we have you?
Hi everyone, good evening.
Good
Okay,
evening.
Moses is back online, so I think you should go first.
Oh, Mr. Moses, are you ready for us? Can we have you now? It
Oh,
seems we're having some
sorry,
bit of technical
I had
issue.
network glitch.
I can see that from my hand, so I know you are
Okay,
trying
so
to.
I'm back. Okay, so I was asking, is this call meant to be for full time or just only for full time?
I've explained this. I said this for full time because we are in our specialization here, but we have some of the part time also on the call. And then this meeting is being recorded so that when their time comes, they can also listen to the recordings and make their own choice as well.
Okay, so thanks, Mr. Peter, for the good job. Okay, so I'm meant to speak specifically on and operation specialization.
We need it to help us increase your volume, sir. Can really hardly hear you from my hand.
So we're talking about it to put in for like a pitching conversation, right? Okay, so for MBA generally, the idea is.
Sir, can you help us increase your
um,
volume a bit? We can hardly hear you. I'm struggling hard to hear you from my end. And I'm sure that's the same experience with other people on this call.
you should know MBA. Then also in that, okay, and then
Hello, Mr. Emmanuel, can you hear me?
am I still audible?
You are not so audible. I'm struggling to hear you, honestly. I don't know what you can help us do to your mic so that we can hear you more clearly. I'm sure that's the same experience with other people on this call. I'm not sure. Maybe we should allow you come back, and maybe Immaculate should go first while you're trying to sort out the network issue and bring it back. I'm not sure if
Sorry,
that's
I'm
fine
back.
by you. I think we are audible now.
Okay, so it's about we knowing a little about everything. So initially, then after everything, then you then specialize. And if you also, if we go down the memory lane, when you started your first semester, so you did general courses like marketing, like organizational behavior, like corporate finance, financial accounting, microeconomics. Then so I don't know the way the full-time courses are structured, but I know in your first semester you must have done about 7 courses or thereabouts. Then so general courses. Then also in second semester you start some of your specialization courses, right? Is that the way it is in full-time? Because for part-time, specialization actually starts in the 4th semester. So how is it in full time?
So our specialization is in the 3rd semester. That's our final.
In the
That's our
3rd
final
semester.
semester.
Okay. Okay. So and now you are in the 3rd semester. So you are faced with the choice of specializations. Okay. So for specializations, we have for UNILAG MBA, so there are 6 specialization areas. So we have financial accounting, we have accounting specialization, we have we have finance specialization. I don't know why I'm mentioning courses. So we have accounting specialization, we have finance specialization, we have marketing specialization, we have general management specialization. There's a specialization for HR. Then also the sixth, but not the least, is production. So most people call it production specialization. So it is not only production specialization, it is production and operations specialization. Okay, so and I will also take some time to run us through the difference between the two. You get. So you know, the specializations are actually built on the business organic structure. So anywhere you go in the world, so you will see in a standard business setup, so you will see the operations department, you will see finance department, you will see accounting department, you will see the department that manages people, which is HR department, you will see marketing department, which brings in money into the organization. And in some other organizations too, you know, so it's further broken into marketing and sales. You get. Then you also see general management department. But whichever way you want to look at it, we are all business managers. You get. It's just that there are some people that so I'm talking about general management now. There are some people that that do more about learning more about management practices, management principles, and the likes. Okay, so then for the main crux of this conversation, which is production and operations department specialization, it is so we have production and operations, and the two are different. They should not be mixed together. So, and most of the 6 courses UNILAG will put you through in production and operations specialization are production and operations oriented. So when we say production is a unit of manufacturing. So like when you see some of these companies that produce physical goods, like the FMCGs, the foods industries, and the likes. You see, so they have production department. So in that production department, is the production department deals with conversion of raw materials to finished goods. So, and raw materials being converted to finished goods are subjected to several processes, right? Then for operations, you know, we also have some organizations that don't produce physical goods. So they don't produce tangible goods. So they are into service rendering. They are into service rendering. Talk of this security management outfits. You know, they also have operations unit. You know, banking, the banking sector also have operations units. Please, are we together? So the banking sector have operations units. We have different organizational institutions that have operations units. They don't produce, but they have operations. So what UNILAG will put you through is about production and operations. And the 6 courses have also been structured that way. So I'll be taking the courses one after the other. Mr. Peter, I have 15 minutes, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so please, when it's just about 2 minutes for the time to elapse, just
All right.
you
I'll give
can
you a thumb
notify
up.
me.
All
Okay,
right, no problem.
so to start with, so there is this course called computer application for production. So, you know, as we all know, the world is becoming digital. The world is becoming digital. And the fact that the world is becoming digital, so the course computer application for production was introduced into production specialization area of UNILAG MBA curriculum, and is meant to expose the students to what is needed, what the students need to know about computer as it is related to production. There, some of those courses you do in data analysis, in introductory business analytics. So you will be taking some of these courses. So topics like Python and the likes, you get. So, and for you know how much it is to run data analytics programs outside there. Okay, so it's an opportunity to be exposed to some of these things. And what you would be exposed to in computer application for production is not only limited to production, because in the first place, it will be taken in a generic sense. Then after then, the lecturer will then start streamlining it towards how it is applicable, how each of the topics are applicable to production. So you run through that. Then also, you also have a course like design and control production. So design and control production, it involves both production and operations. So both production and operations. So, and the main objective is how your production is set up. You understand? So how your production is set and how you can also control both production activities and operation activities. So in this course, you'll be taking through courses like topics like inventory management, topics like quality control. Quality control is mainly production based. Then you will also be taking through some courses that are also service oriented as well. So that's under production and control. Then also, then you would also be taking through assignment and transportation model. Through assignment and production and assignment and transportation is under layouts. Should be under layouts. But I know either the two of the production-based courses, you will do assignment and transportation model. And the beauty of these two different topics, the beauty is it enhances your, it enables you to optimize resources well. You get. So, like for instance, these two topics are widely applicable in logistics. So let's say you have about 3 or 4 different locations, and you need to supply goods to about 3 to 4 different locations. You have very limited resources to supply. Then through the knowledge of assignment and assignment through the knowledge of transportation model, you would be able to learn how to properly optimize your scarce resources in order to deliver more efficiently. Okay. Then the same thing also for assignments. They run on the same principle of optimization, and that is the main crux of production. So production lays more emphasis on efficiency more than effectiveness, right? So, and with layouts and location model and design and control, those two production-based courses, you'll learn more about how to efficiently deliver what is expected. Okay, then one of the topics you also do in those two topics is also about maintenance. Maintenance you'll be taken through about the theories of maintenance, how to properly maintain your equipment. And most of the equipment we have, your assets that you have. Please, am I still audible?
Yes, you are, sir.
Okay, so most of the equipment you have, there are some of them that, so for some of us that use cars, let me use that as an example. You see that when you buy a brand new car, that car will be serving you well, right? You may not even, depending on the car brand, you may not even have to maintain the car for like about 1 year. They will tell you no need to change oil, right? But after changing the first oil, then they will tell you start changing after attaining a certain mileage, maybe 3,000 mileage, as the case may be, depending on the car. So you will see that the more you use an asset, you are expected to run maintenance, and maintenance programs comes at a cost. The essence of maintenance programs is to restore that equipment back to basic condition. For some of us that are engineering, that are into engineering fields, restoration back to basic condition. Now, it will also get to a certain time. The reason why we do production in the MBA is it will get to a certain time that maintenance will now be coming to you at a higher cost. It will now be eating into your profit. You get. So at some point, you will now be left with the choice of, okay, at this point, what do I do to this equipment? Should I sell it off as a scrap, or should I still keep managing the equipment? You get. So what will enable you to come to that level of decision is the theory of maintenance, which you would do in one of the courses in production. So you would check if the maintenance is now eating into your profit, then it's not advisable to continue maintaining. So it's better to sell off the equipment and cash out on it. Then you can invest on another equipment, which you will run for a certain time. Okay, so then the other course you would also do is system design analysis. So system design analysis, for some of us that run that are into.
We have just 1 minute more to round up. Sorry.
Okay, so let me just quickly rush up. So you have system design analysis, and what system design analysis would expose you to is that it will expose you to what the IT guys do. Okay, so some of those back-end designs, network diagrams, and the likes. So you'll be exposed to them. So in case when you hire an IT person, and the IT person is now giving you system design terms, you'll be able to flow. You understand? Then, very important course for production and operation is production cost analysis. So this there was this general course called the cost analysis that you did in year 1. So when you specialize in production, you do production cost analysis, and in production cost analysis, you learn more about standard costing, you learn more about variance, you learn more about it's like the application of your cost accounting in production. So that's just the summary of that. So at this juncture, let me stop here. Then we can.
Thank you so much,
there will be
Mr.
a
Moses.
session.
Your time is up. Thank you so much. Idode Immaculate, can we have you on board? Thank you so much.
Hi, Peter. Good evening. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, Immaculate. Good evening.
So I'm glad to be here, and I'm glad that I'm sharing the stage with my co-governor, Moses. Good evening, Mo. How are you?
I'm
Hi,
fine, oh,
Moses.
Immaculate.
It's good to have you here. I think it has decreased my pressure. I was already thinking now that my Oga is here, I can push all the questions to him. It's so good to be here. Moses has done a very fantastic job, like very detailed job. I don't think I would have been able to do that. So thank you very much, Moses, for wetting the ground. So this evening I'm going to be talking about the operations and production management. Moses, like I said, has done a very good job. So I'm just going to be breezing through and trying to keep to the time allocation. So, like Moses has said, he has explained the difference between the operations and production management, how operations is focusing on service-based industries, and how production is focusing on goods industries that produce tangible goods. So, operations or production management is a business specialization that focuses, the main aim is that it focuses on efficiently managing our processes, systems, and resources to produce goods or to deliver services, just like Moses has said. And I wrote here that it is the backbone of every organization, and it ensures that resources are used optimally. So, like Moses has said, we have under operations management, we have about 6 courses, which Moses has highlighted, but I'd like to go through again. So we have the design and control of production systems. We have operations research. We have layout and locations models. We have production system design analysis. We have computer application to production. And lastly, we have production cost analysis. So, like Moses said, like I said, Moses did a very good job. So, like he said, we have these courses are structured in a way that they meet all the needs. I won't say all, but like it touches points. It touches points on every area under the productions under production or operations as a career, you get. So some of the courses that we have done under this production, in fact, if you did second semester, you're in full time now, Peter. If you did second semester production, it basically covers everything that we are going to be doing in this production. Second semester production, we talked about maintenance and replacement. We talked about I'm trying to remember this is it process design now? We talked about process design, we talked about project management, that's critical path method, and P project evaluation review technique. Everything we did in second semester is just what we are going to be doing this semester with a little more, right? So for people that decide that they want to go into production or operations management, you don't have to be scared. What you did in second semester is what you're doing here again. And if you enjoyed second semester production, you're also going to thoroughly enjoy this production. Let me just quickly talk about the key areas in production operations management. So we have the process design and optimization. We have supply chain management. We have inventory management. We have, I think we did capacity planning, right? That's under location, layout and location models. We also did transportation and assignment models. These are, I know they sound big, but like they're very interesting courses when you get to them. Then some careers in operations management. So for some of us, that have no idea, okay, what can I do if I do production? Some of us are actually just coming to do production because we are running away from finance, we are running away from accounting and the likes. So what can I do with this production that I want to go into? So there are career paths in production for inventory management. There are career paths in production for logistics. There are career paths for warehousing. There are career paths for fleet management. There are career paths for supply chain management. There are career paths for process improvement. So there are a lot of career paths in production and operations management. Then if you're wondering what industries, we have manufacturing industries, we have the service sector. Yes, production and operations management also works in like healthcare sector, hospitality sector, technology, electronics, food processing, Amazon, DHL, and the likes. They all function on operations and production management, right? So if you're coming down to UNILAG operations/production management, I think some of the questions that I had in mind when I was going to select this specialization was, how many courses can I do? Those were some of the questions that I had in mind. How many courses can I do? Can I do 4 courses? I know a lot of you have asked questions. You want to know, can I do 4 courses? Which course is hard? Which one should I run away from? All those other questions. So I would rather that I answer these questions. How do I say this now? I would rather that I touch points on these questions through you guys' feedback. So if there's anything that you guys are not clear about, I'd rather that I touch point on it through your feedback. So if you're asking us about can I take 4 courses? Yes, you can take 4 courses. I took 4 courses. A couple of other people took 4 courses. You can take 4 courses. Which courses are difficult? Personally, I don't feel that any of the courses were difficult. They were, if you take, I know a lot of us are working, even though we say we are doing full time, a lot of us are working. So if you take your time to actually study, like before exam period, you know that because of work, all of us want to push everything towards exam period. If you take your time to study before the exam period, you're actually going to be able to to do something. You're actually going to be able to pass those courses. There's no need to be afraid, should I do 5 courses? If you know that you cannot comfortably read and attend to 5 courses and you want to do 4, it is fine. Just take your time to read the 4 courses. What other questions? The lecturers are very fair. I believe, I've worked with them. The lecturers are very fair. There are most of the courses for our sets, I and Moses were online. Most of our courses were online. The course curriculum is not bulky. Yes, there's going to be a lot of calculation, but they are not heavy calculations. They are not difficult calculations. I'm trying to think of all the things that I needed while I was on this in this place last year. What else? What else? Okay, so I'm just going to leave the grounds to you guys to just ask your questions, because I'd rather just touch points to you guys asking me questions. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Dodo. Mr. Moses, do you have anything you have to tell us before we go to the Q&A section? Do you have anything you want to share with us? I'll give you just 5 minutes to do that. Thank you. Hello, Mr. Moses, are you on this call? So I was almost thinking I'm the one who have network challenge, but I think we need to. Mr. Moses, have you joined the call back? Sorry, let me try and reach out to him. I think he's having issue with his network. Same here with me too as well, but just give me some minutes. I'll bring him back on board. Thank you. Okay, since I can't find Mr. Moses on the call, maybe we should just start the Q&A section thoroughly. Why he rejoined the call, because he told me he's having network challenge. So Idodo, since you are the one on this call, I want to ask you, what trend are shaping the production industry today, and how can students position themselves to take advantage of this opportunity? Because this production specialization seems to be for the engineering guys. I'm not too sure if I'm accurate, but then, what are the advantage of this? How can they position themselves to take advantage of these opportunities in production specialization? Thank you. Hello, Immaculate. Are you still on the call?
Hi, I'm here. Sorry, I got logged out. I came back now.
Oh, okay. So I said we need to start. Okay, I think Mr. Moses is also on the call now. I asked the question. I said, what are the trends that are shaping the production industry today, and how can students position themselves to take advantage of these opportunities? Did you get the question, or do
I
I need
have
to
that
take it again?
question. No, you don't need to take again. I think I'll leave Moses to answer that question. Thank you.
Okay, so sorry, I was away for about 5 minutes. The network has not been fair to me, so I'm back. We are on to the Q&A session, right?
Yes. We have a question for you. I said, what trend are shaping the production industry today, and how can students position themselves to take advantage of these opportunities?
Okay, so when you say trend shaping production production world, so can you
Okay, what
put
I what I
the question in a clearer time?
okay, so what I mean is that the production specialization is not a specialization that is, that has, I don't know, the numbers are quite few. I'm sure that even we in this semester we only have maybe like 3 or 4 that are really interested in this specialization. It's not the
Oh, sorry, I can't hear you, Mr. Peter.
self to take advantage of the opportunities in this field. That is the question.
I lost you for about 30 seconds.
Okay, what I'm asking basically is what are the career paths or career options in this field, and how can students or MBA graduates position themselves to take advantage of these opportunities in this field?
Okay, yeah. So thank you very much. Before the network took me out, I overheard Immaculate talking about career opportunities in the field. So we have vast career opportunities. So for those that are in manufacturing, so manufacturing, the main goal of manufacturing is to produce concrete products, physical products. So so in that line, you will see a vast number of career opportunities. So you talk about supply chain management. Supply chain management is one of the topics you will do in production specialization, and for supply chain management has 4 to 5 main career opportunities, depending on the way you look at it. So there you have logistic, you have procurement, you have procurement and sourcing, you have logistics, you have also in supply chain management, we have warehousing, you get, and those are warehousing and inventory managers. Then production manufacturing is also seen as a unit of supply chain, depending on the way you look at it. Then we have planning. Okay, so like it is different from organization to organization. When I was in Unilever, the supply chain blocks are those 5 that I've just mentioned. Then in BIC is a bit different. You get, so we have supply chain career opportunities. Then also in manufacturing, you now start talking about those blocks one after the other. So for manufacturing, so we have production units, which is one of the units of manufacturing. You have maintenance and engineering. Maintenance and engineering can also be further broken down, you understand, into some further units. Okay, so there you have project management. Project management is also part of the topics you will do in production specialization. You have project management, we have facility management. Facility management is part of what you will do in production specialization. We have quality and control. Quality and control department. Quality and control is also a career path. You see under manufacturing. So then there is also quality control is what you would also do. It's part of the topics that will be treated in. So it has a vast number of career opportunities.
All right,
A very
thank you.
vast number.
Thank you, Mr. Moses. Why do we have few people, going for this specialization? Is there any reason why we have people going for this specialization?
Okay, so let me Immaculate, do you have a response to that?
No, I don't. I don't have a
Okay, so
response to that.
let me quickly respond. See, in our university days, when we're doing our first degree days, you will see that the departments that are mostly populated is you see many people in marketing, you see many people in management, business admin, right? You see a few more people in accounting, a few more people in finance, but in sciences and engineering, you see very few people. You get, so the same thing also plays out in MBA. So we have 6 specializations. From records, most people are always interested in general management and marketing. You get. Then, so those are from records, the two specializations that are always more populated. Then the next after the two are accounting is always like production. You see very few number of people there, always around 10, 11, 12. HR is always like that. So finance is always a bit more. You see people in 30s, 20s, 30s, 40s in finance. Which one have I not talked about? Okay, so that's all the six specialization. So, and it is also more about people's interest, right? People's interest determines where they would go, and also the way the labor market is also structured also determines where people would want to choose for specialization. For example, most of the people you see going for production, they are those that have a very strong interest in engineering line. You get. Then it's not only those that are in engineering line. For those that are also interested in supply chain management, supply chain career path, you don't need to be an engineer. We have procurement managers that don't even have engineering backgrounds. We have logistics managers that don't have engineering backgrounds. We have so for production managers, generally, at least they should have a very large chunk of engineering skills. Then we have some quality managers that don't have engineering backgrounds. Some also they did sciences, microbiology, biochemistry, and the likes. You get. So those are some of the things that determine the number of people that go into production and operations specialization. Hello, Mr. Peter.
Yes, I'm very much.
Was I able to do justice to the question?
Well, I don't know. You already make it look like but then it's fine. I think I'm satisfied with your explanation. Oh well, that's good. So I want to ask Immaculate. You seem to. I have a question for you anyway. What specific skills, both technical and soft skills, do you believe are critical for excelling in a production role? In this production role, what soft skills, both technical and soft, that you believe are critical in excelling in this production in specialization?
Okay. Okay, some skills that are relevant for this production. Of course, you have to have some analytical thinking skills. That is, you should be able to assess processes, identify bottlenecks, and also make decisions from the data that is available, right? Then another thing is process design, right? I'm not saying like on a large scale now, maybe as somebody that has not done it before, but you should have an understanding of like workflows and how to optimize them for efficiency. Then problem-solving skills, like you should be able to navigate your challenges in probably your supply chain, navigate the challenges concerning maybe disruptions in the supply chain, quality defects, let me bring it down, or maybe resource shortages. I think these are things that we do one way or another in our like everyday activities. Quality defects, checking for defects, resource shortages, managing your resources efficiently. Then we talk about we should be able to collaborate. Remember that as an operation or production personnel, you're not working alone. you have other teams outside of operations that are working with you in the organization. So you should be able to collaborate with other departments like finance, marketing, and the likes to ensure that you are able to meet your business goals. Yeah. So yeah, those are some of the
All
skills.
right, thank you very much. Do you have anybody in the house that have a question for the guest speakers? Do you have anybody? You can just show it by raise a hand so we can take your question. So while we are trying to identify those that have questions for you, I want to ask one more. How can knowledge of production help MBA students who are interested in starting their own business? How does this apply to them? How does it help them? Those that are just starting their business, how does the knowledge you gain at the end of specializing in production, how does it help you in starting your own business? Any of the speakers can answer the question.
Okay. I'm going to go, then I'll allow Moses to, finish up. So knowledge from operations and production management can actually help you manage the full let's say cycle of your business, right? I mean, as an entrepreneur, as somebody that is just starting out, having knowledge of how to design your workflow process, right? You're getting knowledge on how you know how to design your workflow process. You know how to work on maybe your maintenance and replacements. You know when to maintain. You know when to let go of a particular machine. You know whether should I buy secondhand? Should I not buy secondhand? Right? Should I replace this thing or should I keep patching it up and using it? Right? Then you also learn about facility layout and location model. How do I lay out my facility to ensure that I am my process is optimal to minimize wastages? How do I lay out my facility? How do I select a location for my facility? Right. We also talk about capacity planning. How do I manage my capacity to ensure that, okay, I'm always able to meet the demands of my customers? How do I locate my business in a way that I'm always able to meet the demands of my customers? You're also talking about transportation. How do I locate my business in a way that I can minimize the cost of transportation or the cost of accessing raw materials? So those are all the things that we look at. We also look at job sequencing, right? Okay, these are the amount of staff that I have. How do I sequence these jobs in a way that none of these staffs are idle, or that some staff are doing a majority of or a bulk of the work and others are idle? How do I sequence my jobs? So those are all of the things, and these are things that we need in not just like owning a business, but like in our everyday lives. So yes, I feel like those are some of the ways that, operations and production management can help you as an entrepreneur, somebody that wants to run your own business. Thank you very much. Moses.
Okay,
I don't think.
Yeah, she has answered. She has done justice to the question.
I know that was why I want to ask you a different question entirely, so that it doesn't look like you are repeating what she has said. So another question is this: what unique opportunities does production specialization offer that other specialization might not offer? What is the unique opportunity that you feel the production specialization offer that other specialization, I mean the management, the marketing and co, they don't offer or they might not offer? So what is so unique about this specialization?
Okay, so the unique opportunities from the word production is unique. You can't get production study or operation study in other specializations. Okay, and if you also start going to the nitty gritties, you would see production under production, you talk about quality management, you talk about inventory management. Those are unique. You can't get them elsewhere. Okay. Then, so for costing is shared with accounting specialization. So that is not so unique, but it's unique to both accounting and production. Okay, so then for supply chain management is unique to production. Everything about supply chain management, the only specialization you can get that skill is in production and operations. Then also there is this very vital topic called product design. So how you bet a new product. So we have product design and we have service design. Okay, so we have stages of product design, we have stages of service design. So these are the areas that you would only be exposed to only in production. So it's unique. So you can't get them in other specializations.
All right, thank you so much, Moses. Thank you so much. We have another section by 8 o'clock. A huge thank to you, our speakers, Owa Moses Oluwagbenga and Idode Immaculate.
Please, before you go on, my hand is raised. I don't know if you can still accommodate me.
Sorry.
Else we can go on.
Okay, you can ask your question. You can ask your question.
All right, thank you, Immaculate. Thank you, Moses. My question is specifically to you, Mr. Moses. So as you were talking, I remember what we did in inventory management, if I can remember correctly, while we were calculating EOQ and those other metrics. So my question specifically is, how relevant is the knowledge of this production to what you do presently? I recall you work with Unilever, presently with BIC. So from your knowledge of MBA specialist, from your knowledge of production specialization, what is the relevance on a scale of 1 to 10? How relevant is that knowledge to what you do presently? Because while we were doing those calculations, it is just for me, it is condescending and somehow disheartening that we have to do some of those calculations based on some unrealistic assumptions. To me, I was like, so what's the meaning of applying some these ridiculous assumptions to calculation when it's not even applicable to real life? We are dealing with real life here. So how relevant are those knowledge in that specialization to what you do presently and what you have done? Thank you, sir.
Okay, so thank you, Mr. Timothy. Nigeria education system, we are fond of bringing all sort of topics, the ones that are relevant and the ones that are not relevant to students. Okay, so and although I don't blame the people designing the curriculum, so it may just be to widen the thinking of the students. Okay, so but for the question, what you learn in production or is personal, because the question is directed to me personally. So what I learned in production specialization and what I'm doing at the moment are very, very related. You know, all along I've been in manufacturing space, and at the moment I'm working as a GSC Continuous Improvement, Global Supply Chain Continuous Improvement Manager in BIC. And the applications are, so as a CI, as a Continuous Improvement Manager in the manufacturing space, I interface with all the departments. I interface with, it's a supply chain work for me. I interface with all the supply chain departments, all the unit heads, because I have a primary role to drive improvement in their department. Okay, so it is I do a whole lot of interdepartmental functions. I work with quality department to drive improvement, production department, engineering department, HRO department, finance department, procurement department, and logistics. Okay, and from what we've been saying since morning, you see, we've been talking about quality department, quality and quality control. We've talked about maintenance and replacement. So these are key production and operational related conversations. Okay, so what I do at the moment is closely related. I know, I understand your question because there are most of the things that they bring to students as courses that when students are subjected to it, they will start wondering that what has this got to do with what I opted for? So there's no match. Okay, but for me, they are closely related because I'm in the field.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mr. Moses. Thank you for the lights. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Moses. Thank you, Idode Immaculate. Can you? I hope I'm audible enough.
Yes, you are.
Yes, you are.
Thank you so much for sharing your valuable insight and practical advice. We really appreciate you for joining us for this wonderful conversation. Thank you so much. There's somebody in the house, Madam Tolulope Salako. Please, I want everybody to please help me appreciate her. She has really been very, in fact, she is the brain behind many of those things we do, because without her, we won't be having this call. She's the one that takes her time diligently to create this meeting link for all this conversation that we've been doing all this while. Please help me celebrate and appreciate her. Thank you so much, Madam Tolulope. We didn't take all that you do for granted. Thank you so much. So without making word, we have another section by 8. We are supposed to start by 8. So let's join the call for the accounting section. Thank you all for joining this call. You have a wonderful evening. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank
you,
you.
Mr. Peter.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Peter.
Mr.
Thank you,
Moses.
everyone.
Immaculate. Thank you, Madam Tolulope.